Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. It's a bit somber, but we are back, and I am back with my buddy over there, Kuvs. Hey, Kuvs. Welcome back to another edition of Kuv and The
Doing
Kang.
well,
Hey,
Ethan.
buddy, how you doing? You
All right,
okay?
okay.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those days. 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 It's just one of those days, isn't it, Kuv?
Yes, we're having too many of those days, aren't we?
We are, but
What a different day.
But there is
Talk about
something I know you want to start addressing here, and we'll get into a few different things here. But we do have one of our two guests already waiting in the background, so let's not leave him waiting any longer. Because when you got quality, you don't leave it sitting on the bench. We like to do that as our team, but we don't do it with our guests. And speaking of bringing on a superstar, we got our regular co-host jumping in here, a regular guest, Mr. Benny Kaufman, fresh with his Canada toque on and everything, looking sharp. Benny boy, how you doing?
Yeah, it wasn't good, was it? It was a really wet day.
Guys, come on here. Come on, group hug. Come on.
That's great. Yeah.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Hey, you two in the chat. Come on, everybody in. Everybody
Everyone. Yeah.
Hug it out.
Hey, cut that out, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's enough. We'll edit that later. Right? But there was a few people that joined. Yeah, well, just a little bit. But we do have a few people that have joined us to say hello. And speaking of other people, our other guest has finally arrived. Of course, she likes to make an entrance. Of course, she wants to have her own special moment. So welcome the queen of the YouTube community, Queen Elly Hoiberg from THFC Till I Die is in-house. Hello, Elly.
I'm gone again.
And she's gone again. So that's how she's gone. Sophia's already here to say hello. Paul G, good evening, everyone. Happy Diwali to you if you're celebrating as well, and to everybody that's celebrating. We'll throw her in quickly. We'll just keep going because we don't know how long we'll have her here for. So I have a feeling we're going to be clicking her in and out. Yeah, if only you'd won today, Paul. If only you'd won today, it would have made a better weekend for everybody. Big up, Mark. He's in the house tonight. You know what, Mark? I will gladly take your suggestion and not talk about Dyer. Anybody else have an issue with Mark's suggestion? I'm fine.
I'm going to fly over to Canada again and personally ground Big K. I already had to ground him once whilst I was in the Kang household, whilst we were having Popeyes. I had to ground him. I played my uncle card and said, "You're going to bed, son." Yep.
That's it.
I'm going to have to fly back over there and ground him again.
Looks like it. Looks like he was still singing his praises at the end of this, believe it or not, for some mad reason.
I'm not angry, Jay. I'm just very disappointed.
Looks like we're going to have to get some therapy for him. My man, Brian Daigle, is in the house.
I'm just plain angry, I think.
Yeah, you're never angry, though. Yeah, Mr. Fingers is in the house.
Before the stream started, I'm trying my new approach on things at the club now. It's now Conte out.
Wait. I got that one for you. We'll just say hi to Scott quickly. I'll just say hi to George quickly. Good evening, Scott. George. And then I will allow you to... Ready, Kuva? Say it.
Conte out, Levy in. Just because nobody's doing that. I think our glorious chairman just needs to sack as many of these idiots as possible until he gets the right one. Let's sack another 100 in the next 10 years. Let's go for it.
Well, we got this to contend on one side, and then your comment on this side. So this is going to be an interesting evening. Whichever way we end up going with it, we shall see. So, Kuva just dropped it, guys. What do you think? Levy in, Conte out, because it seems like it's obviously the common denominator is our manager. Always, all 14 of them.
If at first we don't succeed, try again. Just keep sacking them. Yeah. Go through every manager.
Sack 'em all. Conte em all. Sack 'em all.
Coobs, you've already got him wound up. Coobs. You've already got him wound up. He's going hard. Look at the way he comes back with a heavy card. It's not even a fair warning.
He says that now. They're all going to be saying it by the end of the week. Levy in, Conte out.
There are worse. Yeah, there are, Scott. You're right. You're right. But at the end of the day, my son's deluded, and all I can do is support my deluded child, because as parents, it's all we can do. But quickly back to Scott M. I know he hasn't been feeling well. So, Scott, I wish you the best in your health, my friend. All the best to you and your family as well. Stuart's in house as well. Big up, Stuart. Great to see you as well. Always, my friend. Appreciate you coming in. Dermot's in here supporting the queen of his channel. So thank you, Dermot. Nice to see you. Appreciate you jumping in. And Jacob, of course, is in house as always. Big up, Jacob. Great to see you in house. So
you've got to look after the queen after what happened, haven't you?
We do after something like today. Yeah, it's.
I've got my shades on today. I'm undercover.
Your shame shades?
I'm
shades.
I'm embarrassed to be a Spurs fan, so I've gone undercover.
Don't say I didn't call it though, Elly. When I was with Phil Lattis, I said it. All the teams around us drop points, and what is going to happen?
I know. You called it, didn't you?
I said it, and I said it.
You did say it. He did say it.
I said it.
He warned you. He warned you.
Football genius right here.
I know.
Coffee.
We should have listened to the Ben stuff.
and everybody's favorite Irishman is in house here.
Paddy on it.
Yes, Paddy. Big up, Paddy. And thanks to Paddy, he kindly called me in between our streams there with the kids and the game and everything like that. Gave me a little bit of video support there, and there's a bit of a role reversal there. A white guy helping an Indian guy with tech support. So. Appreciate that, Patty. And I was able to secure the tickets for Little K and Big K today. So all three of our tickets are sorted. I just hope that we don't have the same experience Andre from Spurs Related had, because he flew over from Canada and was at that Newcastle match today.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Dreadful for him.
Could have been worse. Could have been the United game. That was even worse.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's true. What we're saying is he's got the reverse Kaufman. I go to Canada and we win. He comes to the UK and we lose. So
Andre,
we need
stay in your country.
Ben to Mongolia if we want to win the league.
Yeah.
Send Ben to Canada every time. Well, it looks like Kuva, I'm going to leave this for you because it's on all caps.
No, that's it. You're banned, Brian. Sorry.
Brian banned. Brian
Don't forget Christmas and Chanukah is approaching, so forget your stocking fillers of Dulux paint and Milton Brown, official sponsors of the club. Levy out every single day is Levy out day.
It's actually Milton brand, isn't it? Not Milton brand.
The Molten Brown, isn't it?
Yeah,
Molten, Milton. I don't think anyone.
At the end of the day,
but
we say Milton, you say potato. No.
Cool.
Yeah, same thing. and Patty is kind enough to share secret information, and this is actually true. He put me in a different stand.
Yeah,
myself the
kid.
Yeah,
so
yeah. No, you know what's funny? We were actually reading off the ticket numbers, and he's got a row with Limerick Spurs, and I'm at the end of the row, and Little K is beside him.
Oh no, that's not right.
It's like Patty, his son, and then Limerick supporters, and then me.
It's okay, Bobby. We're gonna have fun. We're in the same block.
I'm honestly, as long as it's not like this, as long as nothing like today happens, nothing like United happened, we hopefully will have some fun. So, Stuart, he's in the time zone as me. He's same here. It's 5:41. So technically, if he's raving, he's still carrying on the party from last night.
Yeah.
Kuvs, where are we starting? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Start with the games.
Should we start with the rubbish from our lot first, and then do the more exciting stuff afterwards? All
right, then. There we go.
There, we've looked at it. Let's move on.
All right, that's enough of that now.
We've got to talk about it a little bit.
We do. Okay, fine.
Badly so.
Go on then, Elly.
Go on, Elly. You were at the game, Elly. Give us your first-hand take of what you saw I didn't think the performance in the first half personally was that bad. We just couldn't finish for some reason. In the first 10 minutes of the game, we could have easily been up 2-0. So,
right. So the first half, I didn't see much of it because I forgot my glasses at home and we were kicking up the other end. I was frantically searching for my glasses so I could actually see the play because I'm short-sighted. See it, so I was relying on the man next to me telling me what was happening. But the second half, obviously, when we shot down our end, I saw everything. Yeah. And I missed the bloody Harry Kane goal. The only got wrong was, well, the team got a lot right in the second half. I thought we were a lot better. That's what I personally think. But remember, I didn't see any of the first half of our attacks. I just saw their attacking. But I thought we played all right in the second half, apart from the last pass. The final pass was woeful. Yeah, the final pass was off. And our crossing was atrocious all throughout the game. Rubbish.
Yeah, I think
schoolboy stuff.
That was the kind of the reverse highlight for me, how bad our crossing was.
Oh, no. It was
dire. Can't cross a ball.
Yes, I am. And I'm saying Sessegnon can't cross a ball.
Also can't cross a ball.
Sessegnon can't cut. Nobody can cross the ball.
I'm sorry, guys. You want our wingbacks to be able to cross the ball?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work in a contest. Oh, wait. Never mind.
What sadists we are.
Madness. Absolute madness.
Ben, what's your
bloody crossing practice? I'd have been practicing crossing all day long until
I'd have them out there tonight. I would have them
all night.
All night learning how to cross the ball.
In this rain. There's rain outside.
I'd have them out there crossing.
Yeah.
Because they could not do it.
So sounds pretty useful.
The only thing they could cross is a zebra crossing.
Yeah.
only if there's a lollipop lady there to help.
Yeah.
Come on, it's all too black and white for you, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to say it. Hugo Lloris should no longer be the captain of the football club. That's going to be really harsh. Today,
it's controversial, but it's fair.
He cost us that game of football.
He did.
You want in hard games when the opposition is pushing you and they're being really aggressive. You want your captain to stand up and be counted.
Yeah.
And he made idiotic errors. These weren't just little. These were awful errors, unacceptable errors from your captain, your most senior player, a World Cup winner. That first one, people said, "Oh, I think it was a foul." It wasn't a foul at all.
No. He tried to make it look like a foul.
He came miles out of his box. He lost the ball, and he was weak. And it was a goal.
Yeah.
Goal.
I agree.
Another horrific example of his poor distribution. He was doing it all game, putting the ball to Sessegnon and miles above his head.
Yeah.
Sessegnon's not the greatest footballer. I don't like him. But how is he going to control a ball that's above his head?
And look where he put it. Cess has two players within 5 yards of him that are going to come in and close him down from both sides. So the only option you have at that point is to play the ball over his head so he could turn and at least try to run it up the wing. And if he gets into trouble, he can at least kick it out of the byline. But where he put that ball was a perfect situation for him to make Cess look foolish, basically, and play himself into trouble, which is exactly what happened.
He should no longer be the captain of this football club. After that, he's not playing. For me, he's not playing Wednesday. He's no longer the captain. We need new ideas.
The trouble for me is we don't have a captain. There's nobody I'd say is natural born leader in this club. Yeah. Even Højbjerg, he might lead by example at times, but
he's not a shouter.
Don't see anybody that the players are so scared of. They respect no matter what.
We haven't got a Roy Keane in there, have we?
Exactly. Or it's Stevie Perryman. What a captain he was.
Yeah.
Players
because people can communicate.
Yeah.
And have a bollock a player when he's made a mistake.
The only player that showed he had leadership aspirations was Oliver Skip today. He was the only player in that midfield.
I agree with you.
he was brilliant. He was getting
Yeah.
about.
I think, yeah.
He made Basuma look like the summer signing. Basuma was shocking.
I don't really see Skip as a captain, to be honest. I do see him as somebody that can inspire others around him. I just don't see him as that sort of barking orders out at people and getting verbally involved. He prefers to just do what he does and then come up with a smile on his face after crippling somebody.
Battering someone. But he showed today that he cared, and the rest of them didn't. I thought Bentancur
made some nice runs. I thought Bentancur did well out of all of them.
The final ball was off because they weren't.
Yeah, it's the final ball.
Nobody's there. Yeah, nobody's there.
Yeah.
What about Jay's comments here? Anyone believe that Conte is purposely making making subs, or is he making them late to try to send a message to the club? Is there? We've heard this before with the fact that it's Conte trying to send a message to Levy and the board that obviously you guys didn't support me and you need to support me in a few months from now. What do you guys think of that there, Benny? What are your thoughts on that first?
Personally, he hasn't got any players. When your two attacking options to change to try and win the game are Lucas Moura, who's only just come back from injury and he's been crap for 3 years, and Brian Hill, Howard Wolowitz. That's unacceptable. Top 10 richest teams in the world, and that's your attacking options off the bench. It's not good enough. Brian Hill is awful. I have not seen anything in his time at Tottenham in these last 2 years that shows there's a player there. He's weak. He gets pushed off the ball. What is there? Like, I could even go to stats and show. I don't look at stats. There's only one stat I care about at the end of the day, and that's the scorelines.
Yeah.
You haven't got anything on the bench to try and win a football match. When Kulusevski is injured and Richarlison's injured, we need more players, attacking-wise. We need more players.
That being said, then, Elly, I'll turn the question to you and say, would you have preferred that we didn't get Hill and kept Lamela?
I would have, yeah. Because Lamela is an all-round better player and he's stronger on the ball and he gives you shithousery. He winds up the opposition, which him and Richarlison would have been fabulous at it. And they would be timing and doing all the sorts of dirty things that you do to win the match. Because we're too nice at Spurs. They're still too nice. Like when the challenges go in, the other team looks stronger. Like when Lloris went for that ball and he's making out that Callum Wilson fouled him. No bullshit. He collided into the player and then he goes charging up to get it struck off. No way that match was going to get... Yeah.
I thought the ref had a good game. I'm
not going to say Spursy because I hate that word. I'm going to say we're too... weaky.
We're weak in the back. That was obvious.
How about too winksy?
Winksy. Oh, now that we're talking about missing players, Kuva, do you think we really are missing Richie and Decky right now?
Decky, definitely.
Is that evident now with the last two games? Even those two players, what a difference.
Yeah, for me, Decky is he's really the creative hub of the entire squad. Yeah. I don't. When we play a 3-4-3 with him in the team, feel like we're going to create something. Well, it doesn't always work out that way, but there is something there. He's just a cracking player, isn't he? He's exciting. Yeah. He's got that sort of bit of guile, that bit of creativity, that bit of unexpectedness about him. Yeah. He can beat a player. He can cross a ball. He's got goals in him as well. Of course we miss him. We look very stale without him. Very predictable. So it's an essential. Funny how we're told how much depth there is in the squad now, but one player isn't in the team and we can't play anymore.
Yeah,
I know.
Brian makes a very good point here. We've played 4-2-3-1 under Poch and Mourinho, 4-3-3 under Nuno, 3-4-3, 5-3-2, 3-5-2, whatever you want to call it, under Conte with no progress. We can change formations and coaches, but the constant factor is the board and the players that we have. Then I'm going to add a little bit to that there. I'll start with you on this one, Kuv, since we finished with you, and we'll go back around.
No, of course not. I think we just need to keep sacking more managers.
Yeah,
Levy's got a plan. We've got a great stadium and everything, biggest bar in Europe.
He's got a 25-year plan.
We're making loads of money. Don't know what Brian's on about. Just keep sacking. That's the way forward. It's fun. It's fun.
There you go.
We can have that little bit of bingo at the start of next season where we're guessing who the manager's going to be after 120 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe we could start a pool to see over the next 5 years how much money we spend on transfers versus how much we spend in compensation for managers we fire.
Good idea.
Yeah.
What's the net profit?
What's the net profit? What's the turn in and turn out there? So, Mark was just saying about...
I don't understand this comment. He's rather have Brian Hill than Sonny and Min. I don't understand that comment. I'm sorry.
Everybody's a fan of Sonny. My son supports Dyer, so I can't laugh at anybody else supporting a player at all. Drop Hugo. Parachute Hugo in the middle of the Amazon forest. If he comes back, we keep him. I like that. I like that.
See how much he wants it. Yeah.
George is saying Lamella would be better in this side. So
an ex-sandwich would be better.
The whole defense is better. Argentina is a joke. Yeah, everybody was very suspect today. Romero obviously out. Do we know how long Romero and Højbjerg are out?
No,
Anybody?
not Romero.
No.
Højbjerg, I don't know where he went. I think he was given the day off because he's not injured. Come on. He's not injured.
The man of steel can never be injured.
He's a man of steel. He is. He's a Viking. I just think he said, go home with your kids and have a little fun with your kids.
Could well be. He's played a hell of a lot of games, hasn't he?
Yeah, he needed a rest, didn't he? He's not.
I think Conte was pretty angry with him on midweek, as he was with most players, to be honest.
Yeah, we begged to get a right go at him. Bloody hell. Yeah. I thought my television was going to explode when I was seeing Conte.
Benny, Jacob is saying even with Richie in the side, he has been absolutely woeful on the right wing, which I actually have to agree with. What do you think of that comment?
It's what happens when you sign a striker that plays either on the left or in the centre, and then decide we're going to play on the right. Because clearly we are so clever that he's been playing. How long did he play at Everton for? 5 years? Maybe slightly more than that. And then Watford for 2 years. Clearly someone has missed something in the 7 years he's been playing professional football in the Premier League. So just sack more managers. Sack more managers. We know what we're doing. And 10 out of 10 transfer window.
That's right. Sack them all. Sack for Levy.
Sack them all. Patty's saying we should have Højbjerg and Romero back. So...
no! Oh no!
Which was good. Oh, Jacob! I wonder who.
Yeah, let's have him in. You know what? I'm all for it now.
And then sack the manager as well. Get him in and sack the manager.
Make him play a manager.
He could be our savior. He could be our savior.
United Spurs and Traore is back.
We'll bring this last one up here. Jay is making this comment. I'll let Kuva, you can figure out how this one's going to go and which way you want to go with it.
Okay. Jay saying the board is making more money than ever with the stadium. The board will never let go. I'm assuming. We need to get used to that. There's truth to it, isn't there? We are. Although that some of the interesting developments in recent weeks, you start getting this little inkling of Google. Are they going to really come in? If they come in, are they going to have a bigger interest in the club? Also, there's little things like looking at the finances as a complete amateur who's just looking from the outside. If we're not taking, if Levy and Enoch aren't taking dividends out of the club, and yet Enoch's part of the belongs to the investment company, Travistock, who make money. That is their interest. If the dividends aren't coming out, how are they going to make the money? Surely it has to be by selling the club at some point for a big profit.
And I don't know, you guys are all in England, but the rumors that trickled over here through the sports pages is that there's a bit of a bidding war going on between Amazon and Google.
Good.
In terms.
Good.
I again, media speculation, sports media. We know how some of these journalists are sometimes.
It'll be Google saying to Amazon, "No, you have them." And Amazon, no, you.
The person that loses wins.
There can be no winner.
Money, here we come. Amazon and Google.
Yeah.
That's all like it.
Seriously, we're such a joke at times, though, aren't we? Get the sponsorship of Dulux the other year, and what do? Troll us. The first thing they do.
Yeah. What's Molten Brown gonna do? Molten Brown are gonna troll us next. We're gonna get trolled by posh soap that you find in 5-star hotels.
Yeah, George. Let's hope it is true. You know, I'm hoping it is. I still can see it getting screwed up though, because we could have two companies overpaying for something we want to sell and still end up screwing it up because we're going to go back and ask for more somehow.
Yeah.
Remember that time?
We wanted 100. You're giving us 150. Oh, we want 200.
It's like that time. Where we were going to buy Jack Grealish for £25 million, which was market, and then we decided at the last moment we're going to make a small detour and say no, we're going to give you 2.5 million and Josh Onomah.
Been saying this one for a few times in recent weeks. You just look at the start of Enoch's reign. Hoddle in charge, who knew how to get the best out of great players. So he was a good England manager. And he wanted Fernando Morientes and Samuel Eto'o, two giants of football.
Yeah.
We get all the deals arranged for 12 million, all ready to sign. Levy wants to stretch out the payments plan. All falls through. We get Bobby Zamora and Helga Postiga instead.
Oh,
yeah.
That's very nice.
You just look at that over and over again. Redknapp.
Very nice. Very nice.
Going on a title charge, Coombs. We're on a title charge with Harry Redknapp. Need two players, centre back and a forward. And who do you get? Ryan Nelson and Louis Zaha.
We had wanted Gary Cahill and who else was it we wanted at the time? Brian Daigle. Now he always remembers these ones. Yeah, but the point was it was a big downgrade, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Levy's failed transfer show. That would be a 24-hour stream. Yeah, George. I think it would be longer.
Or there was that time when we wanted Bruno Fernandes, the captain of Sporting, and we signed Gedson Fernandes instead.
I know. We got Fernandes.
Perhaps people won't notice.
They won't notice. He's a different colour as well.
Seriously.
Hey, in the words of the great Michael Jackson, it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
There's certain people we sign where you just think, why?
Why?
You're good.
Why? I am getting fed up of having to research players that were linked to.
It's like Jay from the In-Betweeners. Funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh man.
There we go. So nothing's getting fixed anytime soon anyway. So
there you go, Jay. Hopefully we cleared that up as poorly as we could because nothing's getting cleaned up soon, but we can all hope and pray it does.
We answered your question.
Yeah. Did we answer your question? I don't know.
I can't remember what was it.
I don't even know.
It's like Christmas at the moment.
I think we tried. We made an honest attempt. But it doesn't really matter because in 2 seconds.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up now! It's game time.
You heard the man. You heard the man. It is game time. Well, my man beside me here drops the hammer. He drops it heavy. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are here for a little bit of fun as well, not just depressing football talk. So let's just liven it up a little bit. It is time for a round of quickfire. I will give you two options. You give me your answer. Depending on your answer, the speed of your answer, I will determine some form of points based on the little k mathematical point system, which nobody has yet figured out. So, are we ready for quickfire?
Yeah, we are. We're
Let's
ready
do it.
for you.
Well, we'll go easy. And of course, Benny, I know you're a gentleman, so it will be ladies first. Elly. Very, very
I'm a
simple
lady.
for you.
Yes.
This is Star Wars. Do you know anything about Star Wars?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Good. There's only one, so it's easy. Dark Side or the Rebellion?
Rebellion.
Not a girl. Pickles or cucumbers?
Cucumbers.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Mango or papaya?
Papaya.
Hamburger or hot dogs?
Hot dog.
A taco or a burrito?
Taco.
Whisper or Yorkie?
Whisper.
Okay, we'll try that one again. Whisper or Yorkie?
Yorkie then, Yorkie.
Good choice.
You're not allowed to. Yeah.
I
You're not
remember you like Yorkies. I forgot.
She's not allowed to have Yorkies if you go by the original slogan.
Yeah, women not allowed to have them. So I had to have a whisper, you see. Because it's
Yeah, but you're not a regular woman. You're a superwoman. You're a former Spurs player.
I am.
You don't. You're not in the regular category. Sorry.
I'm part of the Viking crew.
Exactly. And if Højbjerg's Superman and you're married to him, that makes you Superwoman, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No,
it does.
No?
I am Superwoman. I'll go and get the outfit in a minute.
I told you, Benny, we do our math differently. Hey, save that for Tios for later, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You're married to Superman, Bobby K. You're Lois.
No, don't get all technical. We make our own rules here too, you know. Chicken mushroom pie or steak and kidney pie?
Steak and kidney pie.
Superman or Spider-Man?
Is this for me?
Still you. Superman or Spider-Man? Come on, lady. Erling Haaland.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Jesus, woman, make up your mind. Spider-Man, Superman. Just pick Iron Man, just for fun.
Spider-Man.
There you go.
Spider-Man.
Erling Haaland or Kylian Mbappe? Nice. Oh, she's back.
Who?
Mbappe or Haaland?
What happened? I heard Erling Haaland or who?
Or Kylian Mbappe?
Erling Haaland.
Okay. That was the slowest quickfire I think we've ever done. That's a new record for slow
I
fire.
know. It's just
Benny, I know you know the rules. I know you've seen
gone.
the game. See, you got to be quick. See, Ben's ready. Look, he's cracking his knuckles and everything like that. He's stretched out.
I don't do
He
things
did the
quickly.
twist
I'm
and
a
everything.
slow girl.
Yeah, it's okay. You're the queen. You get to do. Everybody's got to work at your pace,
right.
not the other way around.
We wait for you.
Yeah, exactly. You wait.
Yeah.
Benny, are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Spider-Man or Venom?
Spider-Man.
American football or American baseball?
Baseball.
American football, boom, crush, bang.
Yep.
Baseball.
Baseball, they got better seats and they got hot dogs.
American football
I
has
like
hot
the
dogs.
bet.
They don't.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Iron Man or Captain America?
Iron Man.
Good choice. Super speed or super strength? What would you rather have? Levy fired or Arsenal relegated?
Levy fired.
Dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Good answer.
Correct answer. Yeah.
Very correct. Yeah, I was worried about him.
I think he did all right. But you know, Elly, it's Queen Elly.
I know, but the thing is, if we're giving him too many hints and we're making it obvious, right? Should I not emphasize to which answers there are?
If in doubt, the lady always wins.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, thanks. Okay, great. Okay. So, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Sandy Beach or a pool?
Pool.
Pac-Man or Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong.
Good choice. Good choice. Well, Kuv, I was just totaling up the points, and they got points. They both got points.
Just fix it. Elly won. Just rig it.
I'm gonna refer to Jacob. The reason. Reason baseball.
They're talking. Hold on. They're talking. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're paying attention to you guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi. Oh, they're doing their off. Okay.
Elly.
every guy is rubbish.
This is prime viewing. This really is.
You've got to go.
Bob Spur, take
Do a
note.
bit on our show, okay?
Emerson, the whole team. Just keep Kane and Kuv.
All right, fuck it, Elly, you won.
Yeah.
Come on.
Boo.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. The fix is in.
I can't respect anybody that went for baseball. I'm sorry.
No.
The problem is,
Actually, I gotta go. Oh, sorry. Proud moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We got porn butts. We got porn butts. We got porn butts. We got porn butts.
Big time.
Big time.
Big time.
The reason
The last time
baseball
Benny was on, we got porn butts.
Yeah.
This is better though. Look, they got 69 in the title. Must be better.
Yeah. Okay, we better catch up here a little bit. We fell behind in the comments. Where were we?
NFL.
I know we did
It's
that
not
one.
just
We did
baseball,
this.
I managed to last through a baseball game. That's why I said baseball. NFL.
So normally it's the opposite around here. We don't last through baseball. We don't last through a baseball game. Yeah. Okay, we did this one with George, Bobby Zamora. Yeah, Vinicius when we need a striker. Another great buy there. Very good football moves.
He's playing for Fulham now.
You know what, Greg? You're right. But the thing is, the key word in there, if we start to invest
big as well.
There we go. Swifty, thanks, brother. Always here, always supporting, and always sending the right messages. Appreciate that, brother. I think he's referring to your video. Well, you know what? Sometimes we got to be able to take control of our show, Greg, and we got to drop it with the hammer. And the guy with the biggest hammer is the Viking over here himself. So he is my big, sexy Norwegian Thor. Without the hair, he's got the Thor look here.
Oh, I don't really have much of a Norwegian look because I'm only half Norwegian. Take more after my dad.
So you only half Thor?
Half Thor, yeah. A bit of rumble of thunder rather than the lightning to go with it. Yeah.
The hammer is only in the lower half, right? Oh, Jesh.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh, Jesh.
We'll go with that.
And one more time for an oh, Jesh. Oh, poor butts in the house. Poor butts in the. Come on, we got poor butts. We got poor butts.
It's an honor, isn't it?
We got poor butts.
It's an honor.
Hey, Phil's in the house. What's up? Good evening, Phil. Great to see you, my man. Great to see you there. Yeah, that's the Kuv 99 site. How's he know? How's your realist in the house? Big up, bro. Appreciate you jumping in, man. Appreciate you being here, man. And Phil, Elly, Ben just got home. Oh, he went down. You met him at the game today, Elly?
Yes, I did. And that's why I gave him my prediction, because everyone else dropped points. We're going to lose.
Yeah,
it was always happening.
Yeah. It always is. All right, so should we?
All the pressure.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Seems to be a mental block. Kuv, should we run through the rest of the games? Quick thumbs up, thumbs down, if we want to discuss them or not.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So first one, Kuvs. I'll bring up the banners, and you lead the charge, sir. Here we go. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you guys want to talk about this or no? Okay, we'll give it 30 seconds then.
Yeah.
We'll give it 30 seconds then. Ben, 30 seconds. What you want to throw out there about this? Go for it.
Liverpool desperately need a midfielder. So what they're going to do in January, they're going to sign a midfielder. I wish a Southampton Football Club in North London would identify targets.
Wait. So you're telling me they need a player and they're going to get the player they need in that position?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
they're not going to buy a goalie and make him a midfielder?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful, right?
No, they just need to sack the manager. Go Levy. In Levy we trust.
Yeah, that's it. That's the smart way to do it. Elly, what's your take?
Yes. My take on that is that Klopp is going to get the boot. He's going to get the sack. He's going to get the chop. Because you can't lose to Nottingham Forest, who haven't won a game all season, and survive it. So give him the chop. Klopp's going to get the chop.
Yeah, sack him.
Yeah.
Chop the clop. Ellie's starting a new movement. What do you think, Kuvs?
Clip flop. Yeah, definitely
Clip,
clip
clip,
clop.
clop. Oh, I like it. Clip, clop. Ooh.
He's a flop. Flop is a flop.
Clop the flop. Coops. Brandon Rogers survives an atrocious start to the season to bounce back in the last few games only.
Yeah.
Do you think it's even a remote possibility of what Elly just said happening?
No.
No, because they love him.
Well, not only the love affection, who replaces him? But sorry, Coobs, it was to you.
Thomas
Replacing Klopp.
Do you think it's, we saw Brendan Rodgers survive.
He's got credit to do badly for 3 seasons. He really has. As long as they don't get relegated, he's fine. Or a week. No, it'll be.
That's a bit too far. Yeah, we don't condone that.
Lynch Levy.
I'm trying to remove it. There we go.
Too
I just saw your other thing as soon as I did that, Benny. Yeah, okay.
We'll condone the sentiment, but not the action.
Oh, there you go. Stuart's got a good point. You can't beat City and then get the sack. Only we do that.
That's true.
Only we do
that.
Anything you'd like to add further on this one, Coops? Anybody? Anything else?
Just talking about Henderson quickly. Just what a good goalkeeper he is, and when we're looking to replace Hugo, I think Henderson's the one.
Yeah,
saves penalty as well, right?
Although comedically, on an earlier stream, Ben pointing out that Henderson does everything except for save shots.
Yeah. As good as him, Lloris is good at one thing, and it's saving the shots of which he's created the problems for. Creates the problem, and then he saves them.
Personally, I think we really missed out on not getting Nick Pope.
Nick Pope's a great goalkeeper. I think Henderson's better though. I think Henderson is the man.
Yeah, but for Pope at 12 million, come on, that was
Henderson's younger. Henderson is younger, and he's proven with a crap team that he can keep a crap team up. Imagine what he can do with Eric Dyer. I mean, he's played with crap defenders, but now he's going to save another crap defender.
I can still beat Liverpool when you're lost in the forest and get.
Any team can beat any team in the Premier League.
Well, that's been proven. That has been proven time and time again. We definitely know about that. Going on to the next one, then we had this big result. Fat Frank saves his skin.
Oh no.
Coops, you want to start with that one? What do you think about Fat Frank?
I think he's proving that he's a better manager than people are giving him credit for. But he seems to be doing a fairly good job at Everton, because we were all thinking they're going to get relegated this season. Not looking that way so far. Yeah. Otherwise, I think big positive for them is Calvert-Lewin back in the side, because
and scoring.
Yeah, he is that target man they've certainly been lacking. I think it looks like they're going to do okay. Palace, on the other hand, we were raving about them last season, how well they're turning over some of the bigger teams, climbing up the table. That's all gone, hasn't it?
Yeah. And why do you think Palace has fallen so far all of a sudden? Elly, Ben, either of you wants to go first? Do you think that the impact of the one midfielder is this severe that you see these results coming up now?
He's a proper player, Conor Gallagher. He's everywhere for that Palace midfield. So much energy, guile, quality, tenacity. He's a proper footballer. And take a good player and not replace him, you're going to fall. Yes, sack Vieira.
Sack them all. Any manager in that bottom half, they should be sacked immediately. Come on, Levy.
Come on. That's do the Levy, just fire him. Elly, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, because Everton are a funny sort of team, aren't they? They'll get a result like that and then they'll go and lose 3 or 4 on the bounce. So I don't think they're out of relegation trouble, but I don't think they will go down, just put it that way. I think they'll struggle again because they can't string 2 or 3 good results together. So let's wait and see. because we've started losing now as well, so we could be relegation candidates if we don't watch out.
Oh, hey! You watch your fucking language on this show, lady.
No, I'm just telling it as it is. We're
will
slipping,
say,
and I can't see much good passing in our team. The passing is atrocious.
We can't string 3 passes together that are more than 5
I know.
yards. Once we hit the 6-yard marker, our pass doesn't get to there.
Yeah.
No.
I will say with Lampard, he's proven he's got some knack for management because he thought he could save a certain Deli's career. Not even 6 months after he bought him, he realised he's not good enough. So he got rid of him.
Yeah.
That's management.
Yeah.
It's making hard decisions very quickly and accurately, knowing you've got to cut your losses. He's got that. He's a very intelligent bloke. The man is a fucking A-star in Latin, for God's sake. He's a very intelligent.
He's part of Mensa, by the way.
Oh, really?
He's part of Mensa.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
He's got that higher IQ.
No, I'm a member of that. It doesn't mean anything. All you have to do is do an easy little IQ test.
No. That's menstruate. That's a different.
It's not that Pornhub.
Yeah.
No. Menstruate and Mensa are 2 different things.
I'm a member of the Chicken Soup Association.
Yeah. I only know that because Kuva, the menstruate was the subscription I got you last year for Christmas.
That's what it was. I was trying to work out what it was. I was holding it upside down, and then I realized.
All right, then. So I think that's enough for that one, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you want to bother with this one here at all?
No. Thumbs down. I don't want to give Man City any more airtime. They're getting us as it is.
Yeah, we know what's happening there.
Shockingly, Haaland scored and Man City won.
Only twice, though. Is he on the decline?
Obviously, clearly. Maybe that should be the conversation.
I think.
Yeah.
He's not getting the best out of Haaland anymore. That was only 2 goals rubbish. Pep needs to be sacked. Come on, Levy.
Sack him.
Levy him. Oh, I mean, sack him. Yeah. What about this one?
Both need sacking, really, don't they?
I hate both teams. Boo. Go away, both of these teams. Rubbish.
Benny?
It was an all right game of football, really. I watched it in the pub, and the only reason I watched it because the bar had a beer called Jason Man United's on the telly, which is a very apt name beer for watching Man United play on the telly. So I enjoyed it. And I didn't watch the game of football. All I know is they got a point and we fucked it by not capitalising on them dropping points. Again.
So North London Chicken Soup Association. What?
Yeah.
What?
What is this? Is this a real thing?
No.
It's not. But it should be, damn it.
It bloody well should be.
But that being said, more importantly, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And if you don't, well, it's very simple.
Hit that bell.
Bell. Don't hit the bell. Hit the bell. Hit the bell right there, right underneath Benny. He's hitting it for you. And make sure you sub to the Chicken Association and read the banner at the bottom. Remember to like and subscribe, or Little K will find you. Halloween is coming. The last thing you want is him at the bottom of your bed.
Don't forget, if you don't do any of this, then you are a racist, unfortunately. So,
clearly. And an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I can't say that because my Arsenal fan buddy was in here already. You're not a real football fan.
Okay.
Well, no. You like baseball more than football? Oh, no, wait.
Greg has got a good point. What he needs is a Jewish wife that's going to feed him cholent and vusht and roast dinners and all the fat foods, cherry pie with lashings of the whipped topping. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
He needs a Jewish hobby to make sure that he's fat because he's clearly not eating. If he came to my house, Brian Hill, my mum would have it. Yeah, you need to be fed. Where is the
I love when you go into that.
What is this?
Trouble is with
talk to your mum. She sounds nothing like that. All she said to me is, Bobby, you sure you want to let him sleep in your house? It's okay if you want to put him outside, but please feed my son. Please, he's so skinny. Please, he doesn't eat. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, look at him.
Feed him. Look at him. Please feed him.
Oh,
Feed him anything. I
it's
said,
like
does it have to be kosher? She said,
small.
no, just feed him, please. Open the mouth and put the food in, please. Please. So
Can't beat chicken soup though.
no, you can never
Subscribe
beat
to the
chicken
North
soup.
London Chicken Soup Association.
Yeah.
About this one, I'd like to give this one a few minutes.
This one ruined my weekend.
This one ruined your weekend. Tell us how.
I've got Ivan Toney in my dream team. No points there. And I thought we're not going to have new manager bounce with Villa this time. I just thought Brentford are going to rub it in that they're actually playing very poorly. And so I put a bet on it as an accumulator, and it's the only team that didn't win it.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Shamefully, I'd even bet on Newcastle to win.
Oh.
Sack the Brentford manager. Sack the Brentford manager.
Yeah, both lots of them. Sack them.
Sack Kuva. Sack Kuva.
For betting against his team.
You know what, though? At least he's got something coming out of the game from it.
Oh, yeah. What?
Ojish.
Yeah, money.
Ojish. What do you think of this game, Elly? Is it clear that getting rid of Gerrard was a very...
Yeah, Danny Ings decided to score a hat-trick. And probably Gerrard's going, Ings.
But do you think that it took us getting rid of Gerrard to for them to step up?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't get on with him. You never know what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Some players just down tools because they just don't like the manager and they won't try for him. And I mean, they haven't even got a caretaker manager, I don't think. I never heard one. Anyway, they haven't put anybody temporarily
Not yet
in
that
charge.
I know of. Do you guys? Did you hear of
I didn't hear of anybody. I might have missed it, but I didn't hear of anybody getting appointed.
So shouldn't it be a little bit of merit to what Kuva's saying? Maybe we should fire managers every week so we could win 4-0 every week. Yeah. Let's just get 38 managers lined up for the season. Don't offer any compensation packages. Fire them after every game unless they win 4-0.
Yeah.
Or even for our dear friend Bob Spur, we'll say 4-1. We'll be reasonable.
How about we have a Premier League rule for one season where you sack the manager after every game? You've got to have a new manager every game. It's like multiple.
Proper sack race.
But then you don't tell the fans who the manager is that day. So one day you can have Pep Guardiola, and the next game you've got I don't know, the pub.
Or you could turn it into a handicap sort of race, couldn't you? Every time you win a match, you have to sack your manager.
Yeah.
Well, instead of 4-0, George is doubling down. He's saying there's a way to get 8-0. Just sack the entire board.
Yeah.
But then who's gonna take 73 days to hire managers for us, George?
Or sign Jed Spence, who the manager.
I think that must be an all-time record, isn't it? 73 days to appoint a manager.
It certainly is.
It must be.
Gotta be in there somewhere.
Only at Spurs. Only down at Spurs.
Yeah, down at Spurs.
You can see all the Maya down there.
Well, I think
the Maya and the Dyer.
Hey! Careful now! He's already taken enough of a verbal beating today, and he's already got issues. He's got enough issues to talk to his therapist about for this week. Okay. What about this one here, guys? I don't really, how do you feel? You want to give this one any time at all?
Fulham are great.
Nah.
Fulham are
dark horses.
A little bit, okay.
Fulham are dark horses for the top 10. Kuva said it multiple times. They've got some really decent players. They've got a great group of lads. They've got a really good manager. Marco Silva is not. He's a bit of a mercenary. As soon as he'll get another job offer, he'll fuck off and Fulham will get relegated.
Yeah, cool.
But he's a good football manager. He knows what he's doing. He's got a good group of players, and they're fighting for him. Leeds, they've picked the wrong manager. Leeds have got some great players. I'd have a couple of players from Leeds. Aronson, most importantly, because he's a member of the tribe, and that's I just want another Rocket Ronnie. And yeah, they've got some brilliant players. Aronson's a great player, but they can't keep a clean sheet, and Bamford isn't doing the business. So
yeah.
sack Jesse Marsh. Sack him.
Sack him.
That's it. Sack them all. Sack them all. Let the football gods sort them out.
Power of Levy. Big up Levy.
There you go. Yeah, well done to Fulham. 3 goals away from home there too, and it wasn't Mitrovic scoring all 3 of them. So who knew they had other players on the team that knew how to put the ball in the back of the net. So that will
please Iggy as well. Mitrovic getting another goal. Well, he's a big fan.
You know what? I for what we could have paid for him, it would have been pennies in today's market had we just bought him 2 years ago when we were looking at almost 3 years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back then he wasn't the same. It wasn't the same player in the Premiership though, was he? He struggled last time he came up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, doing well though. Can't argue with it. He's sticking the ball away. That's what you want from your centre forward, isn't it?
Sack Mitrovic.
Sack them all.
Sack Mitrovic from 3 years ago.
5 guys is in the house. He's saying that's what annoys me is maybe we get into the top 4, but other clubs are showing something that we are not.
Big up 5 guys.
Big up 5 guys. Big up Carl and your 5 guys.
Yeah.
Players run up 34% when their wages are bright. Yeah. It's amazing how much better a player going out of contract can play, isn't it, Greg? Yeah, Southampton left themselves down.
Yeah, we should start paying wages, shouldn't we?
We should.
Sack Eric Dyer.
Sack Eric Dyer, definitely. Come on, big up Levy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. He's right here.
All right.
Okay. I can't say
Sack
that.
Eric Dyer.
I can't. I didn't say it. Why are you looking at me? I didn't say shit. And I know you didn't hear them because I got the headphones on.
When you're talking like that, it's obviously
when I'm talking like that, you know, if you're going to look at me like that, yeah, sack Eric Dyer. What? I'm just kidding.
Sack him.
Hey, this is elderly abuse. Get back in your cage. What? Where's my taser? Get back in your cage. I put the food outside your cage for you. My goodness. I'll unlock that front door. Who unlocked that door?
I think. All right. Southampton against Arsenal. We got to say it. Who else was a little bit worried when Arsenal took the lead and they were playing well? Looked like they were going to score more goals.
Yeah.
When they scored that early and how easy they were making the first 20 minutes look, I honestly thought 4 or 5-0 coming up here.
Yeah, credit to Southampton. They really fought their way back into it.
Especially the last half hour. They took control of the game and could have almost gone on to win.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden they were playing like a team possessed. Oh, geez, what's his name now? Was it Armstrong?
Yeah, Armstrong scored.
No, but there's 2 Armstrongs, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
The one that
I know
didn't
Stuart
go to
Armstrong.
I know the stretchy one, Stretch Armstrong. The
he used to cheat when he was on his bike, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bastards. Well, this is, I think, trending now, so we'll get that. Have to
get it trending, guys.
We'll have to talk to Big K about that. And don't worry, Big K, we'll bring it up with your therapist this week.
Yeah.
What's your therapist's name again? Oh, Dr. Levy.
Mrs. Dyer.
Dr. Levy.
Dr. Dyer.
Surely you can offer a job. Maybe someone has to. Someone has to be interested, but I don't know who. Elly, your thoughts on the Southampton and Arsenal game, please.
Yeah, we watched it in the pub, me, Ben, and Phil. We couldn't see it, so we had to move. And Southampton looked quite good for a goal in that the last 10, 15 minutes. They were pushing for a goal, but they just didn't quite get that final pass. A bit like us, really. It was like watching Spurs, but in red and white instead. But I don't know whether they deserved the draw because I didn't see all the game. I'll reserve judgment on that.
No, they deserved their. Are you talking about Arsenal deserving their goal or Southampton?
No, I'm saying Southampton. I'm not sure if they deserve the draw because I only saw.
No, I say they do.
15 minutes.
I say they do. Just
Elly.
From the fans' reaction when we were at the back and we couldn't see, it sounded like Southampton were going for it. That's why we moved, so we can actually see the match. Kuv abusing power again, yes.
Just like Levy does. Big up, Levy.
Big up, Levy.
Sack Kuv. Kuv out.
Sack them all. Sack them all.
Sack them all.
Dale's going to be at your front door, Kuv.
Oh my goodness, Benny, your thoughts quickly on the Arsenal Southampton game. Do you want to add anything into that, my man?
All I know
Take
is
this down.
yeah. If myself, Elly, and Phil had not moved forward, I think Southampton would have won the game. So blame us. When we were at the back of the pub and we could only see the top corner of the telly, Southampton were playing well. So I blame us.
There you go.
Arsenal continue to get results. They continue to get results, and unlike us, the other teams around them drop points, and they got a point. They ground a
that
point.
Can't be denied. That cannot be denied.
It was only a point though, so sack them all.
There you go. That's it. It's the firing squad. It's a firing squad. We got one left here, and we are at that time, Coobs. So
we are at that time.
So do we let them? Elly, just quickly, what of your? Sorry, I'm going to say Ben. Ben, Leicester finally big game against Wolves. How did you feel about that one?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up now! It's game time.
Sorry, Benny. But there he goes, dropping his big hammer wherever he wants. He just loves dropping his big ass hammer. And you're right below him, so he conked you on the head with this big hammer this time. It is game time. It is game time. Coobs, you run this. Okay. It's all yours. This is your thing.
This is almost too exciting this week.
This one. But because it's so exciting and we're going to finish with it, do you want to just quickly do this banner or should we get into the game?
Which banner? The one I just removed.
I don't see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing. I sit back, I relax, and I say, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Spot the Bull. My lovely gentleman over here to my left. This big...
You don't mean a banner, do you? Play the video. Play the video.
Okay, but I just want to tell them what is going on. For the ones that don't know, for the first-time viewers, it is time for Spot the Bull, ladies and gentlemen. There's 3 categories. My man, this beautiful gentleman, Kuva, will be giving you 3 stories in each category. In each category, 1 story is real. 1 story was made up by this wonderful mind and 1 by this deluded mind. You have to figure out which story is real, which one is the Kuv, and which one is the Kang. So, are you ready for Spot the Bull?
Yeah.
I hope so. And Benny, you better be back soon.
I am ready.
Well, here we go, but we don't know where Benny's disappeared to, so we'll give him a half a second here to get back.
To get coffee.
Sacking therapy. Carl, being dreadful. Yes. What do you mean, night, Patty? It's game time. You don't leave during the game, Patty. You don't leave during the game.
Sack,
got Brian. How are you, buddy?
Patty sack.
Patty, sack Patty. Yeah, I got my tickets. Sack Patty. Yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's very simple.
It's a good idea. I like this one.
Yeah. Which one?
Where was it?
Ready.
There we go. Greg Spurs. Kuva, could you record a scary "You were sacked"?
Ooh.
Well, scary-ish.
I know what we're doing tonight after the show. Me and Kuva making more CapCut videos. Kuva loves when I badger him, and then I edit the video and I send it 17 times within 5 minutes, saying which one do you like the most? And he hasn't got a chance to even watch any of them yet. Yeah. Kuva loves when I bombard him with stuff like that. It's good times. All right, Coobs.
Right,
it's all yours, buddy.
Do you want me to do the banners as well?
I'll get the banners, sir. You just carry
you'll do the banners. Okay.
Yes, sir. There you go. First story in category 1 is flip-flop.
Which I've managed to mislay. There we go. All right. Are we ready, boys and girls?
Yes, we're ready. I was born ready.
Of course. Right, the first story is called Flip Flop. In March of 2020, Nagoya, Japan, opened their first space simulation hotel called the Apollo 20. The hotel offers a very rare experience, an opportunity to get the real-life feeling of sleeping like an astronaut in space. The hotel's sleeping chambers rotate, shift, and have oxygen level changes for patrons to get the closest experience they can to astronauts who would sleep in the capsules. Unfortunately, the hotel had to close after only 3 months. Although there was a very high level of interest in the opportunity, patrons who stayed had suffered from several physical issues after the experience. Many people suffered from extreme diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting, as their bodies were not prepared to handle the sleep capsules. So that's your first one.
All right. Number 2 is...
Number 2. Wins headstanding wager, loses life. And this is in February 1907 in St. Joseph, Missouri. Harry Stilton made a wager that he could stand on his head for 20 minutes, most of the time without the support of his hands. He proceeded to win the bet and set a new local record, but the next morning he fell unconscious and died soon after. Physicians attributed the cause of death to congestion of the brain, a result of standing on his head for too long. We're sending Elly to sleep with the stories, we are.
Yeah.
I know.
Elly, wake up.
I have woken up, so don't worry.
Elly's the new Nick Barry.
Put the sunglasses back on, Elly, so we won't see when you're sleeping.
No, we need to keep prompting, won't we? The third story of the first group is The Hotel to Make You Flip. And it's March 1901 in Budapest, Hungary. A hotel opened with the entire architecture upside down and guests walking across a ceiling landscape to dine, sleep, and even bathe in an eerily flipped over world. In the space of a few weeks, it was decided that the colossal volume of problems outweighed the novelty value and the hotel was refurbished into a more traditional sense after the grand piano crashed to the ground, narrowly avoiding a tragic end to some of the guests.
So, which one is the Kuv, which one is the Kang, and which one is real? So we have the hotel to make you flip with all the hotel structures and furnishings set up against the ceiling. We have the gentleman who won his wager by standing on his head, but unfortunately the next morning did not wake up to enjoy his winnings. And then we have flip-flop, where we have the Japanese hotel that wants to give you the space experience. So, ladies first, of course. Elly, flip-flop, the story about the Japanese space capsules and what was it? The hotel gives you the experience of astronauts? Is that, that's that one, right? Okay. So is that real? Is that from the Kuv, or is that from the Kang?
I think that's from the Kang.
You think that one's from the Kang? Okay. Benny?
I'm going to go with Kuv.
You're going to go with the Kuv on that one? Okay. And second story was the man who wins his wager standing on his head but loses his life. So, Elly, is that then you said me already? So is that real, or is that the Kuv?
I think that one's real.
You think that one's real? Okay. Benny?
Yeah.
I concur. I think this one's real. It sounds too real.
Okay.
I can think that one could be real.
And the hotel to make you flip, all the furnishings attached to the ceiling. So by default, Elly, you are saying that this one is Kuva's, right?
Yeah, the Kuv.
And then Benny, you're saying this is mine, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Well, one of them won 3 for 3 Kuvs. Did you?
Yeah, it was.
Should we tell them now or after?
Yeah, we'll tell them now. Tell them now.
Tell
them now.
Okay, Elly, 3 for 3.
Oh, okay.
I did make up the story regarding the Japanese hotel with the space capsules that you get to sleep in. The true story is the one where the gentleman did stand on his head for 20 minutes, not using his hands. And unfortunately, the blood rush caused medical issues, and he passed away the following day. And the hotel to make you flip was the Kuva one that had the all the furniture is attached to the ceiling, and flip flop was the Japanese hotel.
I should have known that.
So.
The Kang definitely likes to do things about Japanese hotels. You've done a few of those.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
Japan. It's very.
That's
No, we're going
Japanese
to.
food.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Which was? It went. Trying to see here. It was fake, real. So it was me, fake, Kuva. Me, fake,
Yeah.
Kuva. So did anybody get
Yeah.
that? Me, fake, Kuva. No real answers this week. Stuart normally gets it in there. But on to the next one. Kuv's on to the next round. On to the next round.
It is on to the next round, and we have Town saves a party for 100 years. Saves for a party 100 years in the future. March 1912, the town of gonna ruin this name. Bodoinum. It's in Maine anyway.
Something
in
like
America.
that.
Started saving for a party to be held 100 years in the future, in the year of 2012. The townsfolk raised $500 and pledged to invest the money and not spend it until 2012, when the town could celebrate its 250th anniversary. The plan worked. By 2012, the $500 had grown to $60,000.
Wow.
So that's the first one. Town saves for the party 100 years in the future. The second story is Enough Time for a Nap. And that is October 1914 in Verla, Finland. A man was discovered in a bewildered state staggering along one of the streets. When questioned about his disheveled appearance, he claimed that he'd been attempting to prolong his life by inducing coma-like periods of long sleep, aided by drugs and nutritional supplements, including drip feeds attended to by his wife. His intention was to sleep for a month and record the experience, but somewhere along the lines, his wife decided to keep him in his slumbering state until she herself suddenly passed away. His enforced sleep lasted for nearly 3 years.
Wow.
So that's the second one. Enough time for a nap. The wife keeping the husband in a coma-like state for 3 years. Thirdly, fool's gold. Not really. July 16th, 1958. The small Mexican mining town of San Carlos was near collapse. The failed mining town was virtually deserted, as all of the townsfolk had moved away after it seemed the local mines had dried up and no more gold was available to be mined. Thomas Clarkson, an American who had moved to San Carlos, refused to give up his dream. In an effort to put the town back on the map, Thomas started to go into the mines and paint rocks yellow to convince outsiders there was still gold there. Unfortunately, his attempts fell on deaf ears as nobody believed him. A broken Thomas finally given up and decided to return to America. But before he departed, he decided to give it one last effort. Thomas struck gold, literally. Thomas unearthed a large gold rock, that weighed over 3,000 pounds of solid gold and was worth over $5 million US at the time.
In 1958. Wow. Okay, so there you go, folks. The town saves. Oh,
no, we've got a. Oh no, that is it, isn't it? Yep. Okay, sorry.
That's not three. Yeah, that's that category. Yeah. So town saves for a party 100 years in the future. So basically, a time capsule kind of save up event. Enough time for a nap. That one again, Kuva, was quickly. Sorry.
Well, the time for the nap. It was the man that was kept in a.
That was okay. The man that was yes, right. Okay, so he was induced into a coma basically, and then fool's gold was the gentleman that found the super nugget after everybody else had given up. So Ben, for this one first, the town saves for a party 100 years in the future. Is that true? Is that from the Kuvs or is that from the Kangs?
It's definitely not real. It's the curveball when it's a story about Scandinavia. So you have to think that it's Kuva doing a Scandinavian story, but I think it's not. So I'm going to say this one. I'm going to go with the Kang for this one. I'm going to say
for this one. Okay.
I'm going to take the bait.
I'm going to take the bait, and enough time for a nap. The gentleman. Oh, sorry, Elly. What were your thoughts on this one? The saving for 100 years in the future, a party in the future.
I think that one's real because it's so far-fetched. I think it's real.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough.
Yeah.
And then now we have this one, Enough Time for a Map. The man that was induced into a coma by his wife and then never woken up because she decided to die while he was sleeping. Benny?
I'm going to say this is Kuva.
You're going to say this one's Kuva?
Taking the bait. Scandinavian story, got to be Kuva.
Elly, what do you think of this one? Is this one, you said the first one was real, so is this one from me or is this one from Kuva?
I'm going to go for Kuva as well. Just thinking his type of story.
His type of story, nice. And the Fool's Gold, Benny, Fool's Gold then is by default. That one's Kuva, you're saying?
This is real.
This is the real one, sorry.
That's why it's called, I think that, I believe that's why it is actually called Fool's Gold.
Makes sense. And Elly, with the last one then, by default, you're saying that is mine?
It's yours,
you gave it real? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, good. It's cool.
It's not good, is it? No, that's not good at all.
This is bullshit, man.
No, yeah, I know. I don't know why they bother, mate.
I don't know why. I'm not bringing her back. I don't know why we let her win the first game. This is horseshit.
I don't know why they're bothering.
I don't know why.
It's embarrassing to be
honest.
It is.
It's embarrassing.
It's utterly embarrassing.
It is. But you know what? It is what it is. Let's just quickly jump in here and let's see what the folks are saying. Carl said the first one was Kuva, the second one is real, and the third one is Kang. And then Kang, Carl switched. Oh, maybe this is the second question here now. And then, okay, Kang, Kuva, real Kuva, Bobby. And steak. That could be an answer. Alex. Kuv, Kang, and real. I can tell you that two people do have it right, and that is Stuart and Elly with 3 points again. Elly getting all three right.
The town saving for the party is indeed real.
The town saving for the party is a real. Yes, believe it or not, this story is true. Kuva, you were.
I actually went for a double bluff because I knew Ben was on, and I thought if I deliberately go for a Scandinavian themed one again and put a coma sort of related type thing in there, that he'll think no, it's got to be made up.
Yeah.
But then it's a double bluff.
Yeah.
But it didn't work.
I called it. Shame we got none of the other ones right.
Yeah,
well, that's the trouble with this one. You either get nothing or nothing, one or all three.
You get 1, 0, or 3. That's the only point structure that you can get in every question. So Ben, you still have a shout here though, because you have 2 points and Elly has 6, and there's still a possibility for another 3 points. But we get bonuses here, baby.
It's okay. Can't win every game.
So that's that for that. True. Are you guys ready for round 3? Round 3. JP's in the house. Big up, JP.
Big up, JP.
Big up.
Well, get your shit together. There's 6 of you working on the answers, Carl. You and all 5 guys. So if you're not getting it right, have I not suffered enough today? No, bitch.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. That's why you come back to us at the end of this day for a little bit more. Kuva, are you ready for round 3, sir?
Let's do round 3.
Let's do round 3. Boom.
Okay.
Right. Actually, it's a different one before this first, isn't it? No. Am I? No.
Oh shoot! No! I just accidentally deleted one.
That's all right. Well, I can say it out anyway. While you're doing that, the first one is called Good Boy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one I accidentally just deleted.
It's Paris, France, August 1996. Polish immigrant Alexander Nehemiewicz moved to Paris in a hope to start a new life for himself. He moved over from Warsaw, Poland, with his beloved pet Marcel, the capuchin monkey. Capuchin monkey, is that? I don't know.
Capuchin monkey, I think they're called.
Capuchin. Successful street performance in Warsaw didn't see the same success when they attempted to perform in the streets of Paris. After several months of little to no money, Alexander knew he had to return to Poland if he could not make any money in the next month. He decided that the street performances were no longer the future. He was staying in a room rented out by former convicted burglar Renaud Maxine. He singed Renaud cancel. council who proceeded to teach Alexander and Marcel to steal from unsuspecting tourists. Oh, he seeked counsel from Renault, right? Okay. The project was a success. Marcel the Money became a master thief and would pickpocket wallets and other valuables from people who would stop and watch Alexander performing. The scheme netted them a lot of money, and they were forced to only stop when Marcel developed a rare lung disease and passed away suddenly. So we got a good boy there with the thieving monkey, basically.
I want one of those monkeys. Those the capuchin monkeys. Those are those little ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know, mate.
I have no fucking idea.
Right, the second one. Phone never rang, but dog howled. October 1932, a Seattle woman complained to the phone company that her phone never rang, but added that she knew whenever someone was trying to call her because her dog would howl in the yard. The repairman investigated and soon located the problem. There was a short in the line, and the dog was chained to the ground wire.
Nice. That was a shocking discovery. Huh? Gorgeous.
Living a bit of a rough life.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, third story. Fetch. No, wait.
Yeah.
July 1933, Johannesburg, South Africa. Man's best friend became his worst enemy. Toady, a pet Labrador, had been happily obeying his master's instructions and raiding a neighbouring farm to steal chickens. The neighbouring farm, obviously alerted by the missing fowl, decided to take an extreme step in dealing with the scavenger problem by booby-trapping a freshly killed hen with a homemade grenade. Toady finally carried out his master's bidding, but instead of activating the device at the scene, brought the entire trap home with him along with the chicken. As soon as the grenade was identified, a panic-stricken man and his panic-stricken dog fled their house just in time to see it explode into a cloud of dust and half of his porch collapse.
Wow. Okay. All right.
We've got Good Boy, that's the Polish immigrant teaching the monkey to steal. We've got the phone that never rang, but the dog would howl because it was attached to the phone line.
Yeah.
And we've got the dog that was stealing chickens and brought home the grenade and blew the house up.
So, who do we go with first this time? Elly.
Yeah.
Good boy. The thieving monkey, is that from Kuva? Is that from me, or is that the real story?
That's from you.
That's from me. Okay.
Yeah.
And Benny?
Seeing as Kuva couldn't pronounce capuchin and you instantly got it, I know you wrote this story because you probably knew how to do it. So I'm going to say it's the
it away. Yeah.
We have to talk about that after.
You little guy. You little guy.
I know. They don't know we do this shit on purpose. I know. They don't. They think we do. They think we're stupid. I don't know.
Or maybe I'm bluffing.
Oh, double bluff. You never triple. What? The phone that never rang. Koos. What about this one, Elly? The dog that got the shocking notice that there was a phone call.
I think that's real.
You think this is real? My monkey story is not real.
No.
Benny.
I think this is Kuv. If that wire was that hot to shock a dog, it would have killed it, especially if it was the end of the metal wire, and especially if it was outside. For me, that's can't possibly, the dog would be dead. So I'm going to go with Kuv.
All right. So then by default, then fetch. No, wait. So this was the dog that decided to bring a grenade home, Koofs.
Brought a grenade home, booby trap chicken. Just extreme measures to stop poaching.
Indian dog. So with this one, then by default, Elly, you say this one then goes to Kuva, and Benny, you say this one is
Yeah, it goes to Cuba.
and you say this one is real, right, Ben?
Ben's saying it's real.
Yeah. Jeez, Kuva.
It's not looking good for Ben, is it? No, it's just it's really not.
Oh God.
I know how to make it fair. We can make it fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could work. It'll catch on.
Eventually. Elly, we're so glad that you were able to join us today, but we don't appreciate you going 9 for 9 on our game.
Yes, is that a record?
That is
that a
no.
record?
Somebody else go 9 for 9? We had somebody, didn't we? I think one other person.
Well,
On
thanks
9
for
for
that,
9
to
a couple
celebrate.
of weeks ago. I'm trying to remember here now.
Oh yeah, Ben did it before, didn't he?
Ben went 9 for 9. There you go. So Ben, you hold the record with Ben now. You are in great
9 for 9 club.
I'm in good company.
That's not
And Betty,
Well,
unfortunately, just 1 point from that one. You guys were right. I did make up the Capuchin Monkey one. And but the dog one is actually the true story.
Well, there were 2 dog ones. The dog that howled, the telephone line.
The telephone line
that was a true story.
Yeah, I thought
as
that one was.
crazy as that is. As crazy as that is.
I won
Craziest
Wonder
one.
Woman when it was raining, so the dog didn't die.
That's shocking.
Only reporting the facts.
That's all we do here. Just the facts. We don't fabricate anything on this show.
For entertainment.
Of course, we make up the facts.
That's good. That was good. So yeah, Elly, you are the queen of YouTube, and you get to be this week's queen of Spot the Bull. So your bullshit spotting abilities are in fine form, young lady.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yay.
Proves a round of applause.
I am the winner.
I think so.
No, golf clap.
Yeah.
That's a pretend clap, right?
Oh, well, okay. We really are fabricating everything now.
Why not?
Okay.
Do what we want
Bad
to,
fabrication,
right?
so you're sacked.
Yeah.
Kuba, you're fired. And then if you fired me, I rehired you, and you rehired me.
We are all getting sacked except for the Queen Elly.
Yay.
Okay, guys. So next week it will be Elly and the Elly, and hopefully we can convince her to hire us, maybe as part timers or something cool.
Yeah. You got a job. You got a job.
Thank you, Elly. We did have this up before. I don't know if you guys want to even bother with it. We are coming towards the end of the show now, so who cares? Yeah. Brendan Rodgers is safe for another week. That's about all that I can see from this.
Jamie Vardy chugged a Red Bull, and I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah. I liked Tielemans' goal was fantastic. So I would have, imagine what we could do if we had him over here. Imagine. But that is it for us this week, ladies and gentlemen. To my esteemed colleague, thank you again for joining me this week. It's always a pleasure. I like seeing you so much. And Elly, our queen, thank you for joining us. The coffee man himself, Mr. Ben Kaufman, rocking his Canadian toque, joining us this evening as well. Thank you, guys. And why don't you let the people know where they can find you? Ben, you're on tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m., the Kauffie Company, the only stream that happens at 2 o'clock on weekdays and 3:30 on a Friday. We are...
Mark your times, mark your calendars.
Yeah. On the mission to make the world a more positive place and make it a more kind place. So come by for the Kauffie Company for a bit of chill, a bit of conversation. Tomorrow we'll probably be trying more Canadian coffee because I'm getting through the coffee I bought whilst I was in the esteemed land of Canada with Mr. Bobby K, Mr. Daigle, and of course my friend Alex. And we're just going to be nice to each other. We really need to be nice to each other. Society is a really awful place at the moment, and we need to start being nicer to each other. And of course, you can find us on Tottenham on Tour with Mr. Brian Daigle, Mr. Danny Kiriakou, and Mr. Brian Ireland, where we are about to return from our hiatus. This is a new season of Tottenham on Tour. and we're going to go back to moistening our hands with molten brown soap and some Dulux paint.
Nice.
These guys, and we're going to be back and better than ever. We've hit 5,000 subs on Tottenham on Tour, so a massive big up to those three. And yes, we're going to get there. We're gonna make some things happen.
There you go. So you guys need to start your afternoon with a nice, chill, relaxed stream. Something other than just talking about football. Just relax, sit back, chill, enjoy the music. I think the only aggressive conversation I've ever seen on the Kauffie Company is when we debate about Kit Kats and the and what category they fall into. Other than that, it's all love. So get over to the Kauffie Company. The link is in the description. Sorry, Koobs, you were going to say?
The legal biscuit, basically, isn't it?
Okay, before this gets any further, Elly, where can we find you?
It's a chocolate bar, isn't it, Elly? It's a chocolate bar.
It is.
It's a biscuit.
Oh, no, I agree with you too.
It's a chocolate bar with wafers, with a wafer, sorry.
Hey, listen, after that whole Whisper episode, I suggest you just tell everybody where they can find you and plug your damn channel.
Yeah, so basically you can find us at THFC Till I Die. And I'm starting my own ladies show, Spurs Ladies Show. On Monday, I'm debuting at 7:00 in the evening. So I'm very excited because I went to my second ladies game and I filmed for the channel, but we lost 3-0 to Manchester City. So it wasn't. I'll tell you what, our ladies can't pass either. So it's in sync. She's in sync with the men's team.
Sack him too. Sack him too. Sack them all. Let God sort them out. That's it. That's
Levy sort them out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, Koobs, do you got anything coming up? You got any shows that you're going to be jumping onto this week? Anything planned so far, bud?
No, I shall just be spreading the word of Daniel Levy around the channels this week and get the vibe of the people. Let's big up Levy. Sack them all, basically. If somebody's not doing their job around the channels this week, sack them.
Sack them.
Yeah,
I think we had a good suggestion there that we're going to have to make a sack 'em video. You're fired. You are sacked.
Sack them all.
Kuva with an Indian
great
you are the fucker sacked. You are the fucker sacked. You are the fucker sacked. Jew. All of you fucker sacked. And speaking of Indian accents, it is a very special day for us in the Indian culture. And I know you celebrate this a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So it is Diwali tomorrow. And we just want to take a moment here at the Three Spurs Boys and wish everybody a happy Diwali. And we will just...
Except for Sanjay. Sanjay can piss off.
No, it's Diwali. on Diwali, Sanjay, I don't want you to piss off. But I do hope you get struck with a firecracker straight up your fucking ass. Straight in the fucking ass, Sanjay. And you fucking cry for 2 fucking weeks because you're fucking ass and a fucking fire and you can't fucking sit fucking properly for 2 fucking weeks. Other than that, happy Diwali, everybody. Just a little something to say happy Diwali to everybody. And that is it for us. And Koovs, that's a wrap.
That's it.
That's it. Bye, everybody.
Remember, big up Levy.
Big up Levy.
Sack them all.
Yes.
Sack them all.
Yes. And remember, as always, hockey you, Sanjay.
We sang in France, we sang in Spain, we sing in the sun and we sing in the rain. They tried to stop us, but they did. The thing we love most is being a kid, being a kid, being a kid. The thing we love most is being a kid.
Come on, you Spurs.
Make sure to like and subscribe.